A traditional hotel generates the bulk of its revenue at night. During the day, things change. Large sections of the property, like the main lobby and the breakfast area, often sit unused for roughly 6 hours every day. Meanwhile, the rise of blended travel has created a demographic of workers who expect hospitality-level service where they work. These remote professionals are increasingly looking for environments that offer more than a standard home office. Converting these low-use zones into modular, high-end co-working hubs captures that daytime foot traffic, allowing a property to generate consistent revenue while the guest rooms are still being cleaned. This setup demonstrates the aesthetic standard required to attract a corporate crowd. It combines biophilic elements like this moss wall with high-end seating arrangements designed for professional collaboration rather than just waiting for a taxi. Successfully integrating this model requires navigating specific spatial, digital, and legal protocols. Simply offering free Wi-Fi and coffee creates operational liabilities that can quickly outweigh the financial gains. The first step involves identifying zones that can be partitioned without disrupting the guest experience. Morning breakfast nooks or underutilized concierge lounges are prime candidates for separation from main guest pathways. Managing the noise levels of a working crowd requires acoustic zoning. By using sound-absorbing materials and modular partitions, designers can prevent the hum of a business meeting from reaching leisure guests. To keep this new ecosystem from overwhelming the front desk, hotels rely on hot desk booking software like Deskbird or Tactic. These platforms automate the logistics of seat assignments and usage tracking. Interactive floor plans let workers manage spatial allocation in real time. Desks switch states automatically as users book them. If conflicts arise, like 2 users booking the same desk, the software handles priority logic and check-in without staff intervention. Automating these logistics allows a hotel to increase its daytime occupancy and scale its co-working capacity without the linear growth in labor costs required by manual management. An influx of workers brings corporate data risks. Forcing remote professionals onto a hotel's standard public Wi-Fi creates an opening for enterprise data theft. Securing the space requires dedicated high-speed networks and mandated encrypted VPN access for every co-working user to isolate their traffic from the rest of the hotel. This architecture segments the network. While general guests use an open pipeline, co-working traffic is routed through a secondary, shielded tunnel that keeps sensitive corporate communications private. Physical security protocols must also be recalibrated. Grooming non-guests into the lobby challenges the traditional boundaries that keep a hotel property secure. This requires reprogramming elevator banks, installing secure lockers for equipment, and adjusting surveillance to eliminate blind spots. These digital and physical protocols ensure the co-working hub functions as an isolated ecosystem, protecting the core hotel operations from external security risks. Even after the space is secure, there are the bureaucratic hurdles. A hotel's governing documents are often written long before co-working was a viable revenue stream. Strict franchise agreements dictate specific brand standards. Owners must formally amend these contracts to account for third-party operators and new revenue-sharing models. Legally partitioning this income is essential. It isolates co-working revenue from traditional RevPAR metrics to satisfy franchise rules. This stream is then tied to municipal requirements, like updating zoning laws, adjusting the certificate of occupancy, and meeting ADA standards. Finally, operators must secure supplemental liability insurance. This coverage is specifically underwritten for non-guest injuries or third-party property damage within the co-working area. Addressing these legal requirements upfront prevents franchisors or city regulators from shutting down a profitable operation due to compliance gaps. The hotel lobby of the near future is an active commercial hub. It seamlessly integrates cafe service with private work pods and smart technology, providing a space that functions effectively throughout the entire day. This approach generates predictable yield from square footage that would otherwise sit idle until the evening check-in rush. Successfully offering a live, work, stay environment is less about aesthetic choices and more about the meticulous alignment of spatial design, cybersecurity, and legal frameworks. Operators who integrate these regulated standards create properties that are functionally insulated from the traditional volatility of the hospitality market.